In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Happiness. What is more important than happiness for a human being? As a matter of fact, whatever we do, whatever we do, most of it is for the sake of happiness. Even if somebody is trying to build a very good house, it is meant for the comfort and the respect in the society. And the both of these things are meant to achieve happiness as the ultimate gain. As for protecting ourselves from the weather and the privacy, harsh weather and the privacy, it can be done very easily at a very very low cost house as well. But a grand house, obviously, for the sake of it is a kind of luxury, and the luxuries are for the sake of happiness. It is meant for the show off, for the sake of, attaining a kind of respect in the society. Again, this so called respect in the society is meant for the sake of happiness ultimately. So, whatever we do, most if not all, I'm not talking about each and everything, obviously. And even as for the life is concerned, the life is meant for the sake of happiness. Whatever we do it for the sake of happiness. So this actually means that we are found always busy to attain the happiness to a level of happiness, but still we are unhappy. We are having far more things in our hands today. Mean we are enjoying a far better living standard today, but even then we are not happy as compared to the past, when the things were very very little, when the living standards were very low, but the people were relatively more happy, rather the people were happy. Even today, if you travel to the lesser developed or undeveloped areas, if you travel to the undeveloped areas, you will be able to find and you will be surprised to know that the people living over there, they are relatively more happy as compared to the people living in the cities with enough number of amenities available to them. Should it mean that we should travel to the far flung areas and should stop striving for a better living standard? Not at all, not at all, not at all. None of these things. Then what? Now let's talk about then what. Keep making all the efforts you were making earlier. Though a balance is desperately needed here, because an imbalanced life will definitely, we do have to suffer if our life become imbalanced. So maintaining a balance, striking a balance, maintaining a balance, it is really one of the most important things. Then we should keep striving for all the things we wanted to achieve, we are desirous of achieving even today. But let me tell you one thing with enough amount of clarity in it, that happiness is one of the most important things, and we do have to strive for it directly. Do not abandon your efforts which you are trying to achieve certain things in your life. I'm not suggesting that you should abandon it, but detach the happiness from it. That is what I'm suggesting. We need to detach the happiness from all of these things. We have to be happy not only once we succeed in achieving what we wanted to achieve, rather, we do have to become happy simply because of one reason, and this one reason should be that I am alive. I'm walking on the surface of the earth and I'm not in the belly of it. I have not been cremated. I have not been buried. I am not a bedridden person. I am an active person. I am moving here from here and there, and I can eat many of the things, if not all of the things. My health, I am talking about the health wise. So, health is then the second most important thing. The second most important thing, it is the life and health actually, which should be of prime importance, which should be of prime importance, and which the happiness actually. Happiness, once we become happy, once we are trying to achieve the longevity, once we are just striving to become a healthy human being, let me tell you that we can enjoy the life far more, and far more. Not only this thing, we will become relatively more effective in our pursuit of mm, modern amenities, in our pursuit of whatever our goals might be, although the goal must be a good one which could give us a kind of sustainable contentment and happiness, which could provide us with enough amount of inner strength. The goals must be good. The goals are not anyway lesser and different than the destination. The kind of destination we have set for ourselves, it must be a good one. It must be a worthwhile one. It must be, it must be liked and cherished by the people in the society, by the wiser people in the society. And because if, I mean, we shouldn't be negative, we must remain positive. The things which are considered positive enough, we have every right to make every effort for the attainment of those things. But that let me tell you again that we need to detach the happiness from all of these things. Mean, I have to be happy unconditionally. I have to be happy whether I succeed in achieving those things or I don't succeed in achieving those things. I don't, no strings should be attached to the happiness. Happiness, being happy unconditionally, no matter what the circumstances are. We can keep trying to improve the situation. We can set our goals and we can start working to achieve our goals as well. But simultaneously, rather ahead of all of those things, all what is needed is ahead of all those things, all what is needed is that we need to become happy. And as I earlier said, we need to become happy only because I'm alive, and then only because I'm healthy. I'm not a bedridden, I'm not confined to the bed only. I can keep moving from here and there, no matter actually what the circumstances are. I need to be happy, and but I need to be happy on a sustainable basis. I must not be using any illegitimate means, any unethical and illegal means to become happy. I shouldn't be, my happiness should not be attained through the drugs and the liquor, because both of these things we can only destroy our life. So, life is precious, health is precious, happiness is precious. In the first group, the only and only three of these things will can be included. And in the second group, we can work for certain other thing. We can achieve, we may want to achieve, more income, more money, and the so-called respect in the society, and we can do all what is needed. But in the first group there should be only three things, and we need not to attach any sort of strings with being happy at all, because unless and until we do make it an independent one, unless and until we do succeed in making it an independent pursuit, an independent goal, I think we will never be able to attain and achieve it. And even if we do succeed in gaining it, it will be only for it will be only a very short lived, a very fickle, unsustainable, short term happiness, momentary happiness. We do have to work for the long term happiness. As simple as this one. Happiness must be made the number one, the number one, the number one priority. And the rest of all things, we can keep making effort, but we don't need to make it as the number one priority. In the first three, it is the life, the health, the happiness. Thank you. Jazakallah.